Good morning, YouTube. Stoked to see you guys. Stoked to see you guys through the camera lens, but it is peak week. So technically we are 2 weeks out from the Washington Natural, but we are doing my first show this upcoming Saturday, and it is Monday. So we are peaking this week, and so it is peak week. But peak week also technically rhymes with steak week, because P-E-A-K, but it doesn't really rhyme. However, the cool thing about this week is we're actually going meal plan mode. So throughout the program, Jared has given me macros, and then I just hit those, eating whatever I want, mainly being Ninja Creamy ice cream if you guys have been watching. But for this last week, because we don't want to have a variety of sugar alcohols, sauces, or any like weird things, we want to just have a consistent kind of meal plan going through the week. So sugar alcohols and I think, diet sodas, all that stuff gets cut on like, I think Wednesday-ish, like completely out. Just because coming into Saturday show day, you want to make sure things are as controllable as possible and you don't have all these other variables to play with. So meal plan mode has begun, and I'm actually going to be eating, because I already pre-tracked everything from this meal plan. It's going to be around 27 to 2,800 calories. So I'm pretty excited, but it's going to be very high fat. And then carbs are kind of more moderate. So what we are starting with is going to be the usual, still having my Rice Krispies and my protein, but it's going to be a lot of steak meals and salad and actually a lot of almonds. But with the meal plan, it's kind of like, hey, have 95% or leaner meat. So it can be like chicken breast and a little bit of oil. It can be 95% lean steak or leaner, or it could be like seafood. So I just chose to do like a bunch of steak as my primary protein sources. So I'll be getting into that, but I'm also having pretty much my last training session. I'm gonna do an upper day with like very low volume, but good intensity. But this being Monday, typically you cut out hard training on like Sunday or so. But since we're doing 2 consecutive peaks, going to be hitting this training session, then it's going to be probably more easy going throughout the week. But that's a little heads up there. What am I weighing at? I hit 196 today. And I've hit a lot of 196s and 197s. So we're getting lean. In 2019, I think the peak weeks or around the weeks of my competitions, I would weigh 192 to 195. So we're getting close in terms of the same weight, which is crazy because I think I'm bringing more mass. But that's where we are, and I was so excited for this flavor when I saw it online. So this is Sour Punch Straws collab we got for Rise. Yeah, it's really solid. It's a blue raspberry flavor. It just has a hint of that aftertaste that you may be used to from like the Sour Patch Straws. But yeah, overall, I don't know if it's like my favorite, but it is a very solid blue raspberry flavor. So I'm digging this. Also, in terms of sodium and all those manipulations, that's also the beauty of doing a meal plan. So that's going to be around, I think, Thursday-ish is where I really pull the reins on that sodium. So we're like, Thursday, Friday, going into Saturday, that's very where it needs to be. But these first 3 days, it's kind of eat as much sodium as you have been. So I'll be having my LMNT during my training, but let me make breakfast. So we got meal number 1. That's gonna be 2 scoops of protein. I was doing 1.5 previous, so we are grubbing. And also, instead of 30 grams of Rice Krispies, we got 36 grams. I think it was like 35 grams of carbs. So super excited about this. We got that pudding action. That's how we do it. Yeah, everything just tastes better when you're on prep. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then we're gonna hit this training session. is the final workout that's going to be intense. So getting good intensity on these sets, but it is half volume. But a lot of my recent workouts have been half volume, pretty much doing like 2 sets per exercise. So with this half volume kind of thing, I'm going to do 2 sets per exercise roughly, and then I'll probably finish up the last couple with just like 1 set. But good intensity. We're trying to retain this muscle because the next 2 weeks are mainly going to be deload workouts. So I don't get a lot of meat and potatoes training just because we're going to be peaking twice, and you don't want to be breaking down your muscles too hard or having them in like a recovery mode. You want them in a lazy, just taking in all this glycogen, so I look pretty on stage. So that's the game plan, but we're trying to make sure this is quality and trying to retain the strength as best we can. So that was a fantastic workout. Really happy if that's going to be the one we end things on. Strength was there, intensity was there, so I'm really pumped. And this has been something I've been thinking about all day, this post-workout meal, which I'm excited for. So let me show you what we got, because it's an actual meal. It's not like a creamy. So I love this. I made this last night. This is tri-tip, so a tri-tip cut, and it's smoked like a brisket. So you smoke it to 165 internal. For anyone watching that's into steaks, medium rare is like 130 degrees or so. So you smoke it to 165, you cover it, and then you smoke it to about 200 to 205 internal, and it's smoked like a brisket and it's supposed to be like pull apart. I only have one hand, but you can see like that's already separating. It's delicious. Got a little bit of salad, which I'll use some skinny girl dressing. So we got the poppy seed. We got a half serving of almonds. Gonna have a lot of almonds in my life moving forward. And then it's gonna be 6 rice cakes to get some carbs in. So you're gonna eat all this up. And again, remember this cheat code. Small bowls make things look bigger. This is only like 2 servings of salad. It looks way bigger than when I throw 4 into a giant thing. But I'm gonna eat this. I'm super excited about it. So I just had the first piece, and I gotta show you guys this because this is one of my favorite foods. And if you guys have been following me for a while, I don't think I talk much about it, but I love smoking meats. I have a smoker. I do a lot of briskets. I do a lot of chicken thighs have been good lately. Smoked salmon. But I love smoking meats. And if, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the food that I cannot wait to eat post prep is dino ribs. So big, beefy dino ribs, pretty much like brisket on a stick. But I want to show you guys this. So this is like a mini brisket. It's tri-tip, which is usually a 2 to 3 pound cut. So you're not committing to like a 15-pound brisket. And then look how this pulls apart. Yeah, this one, yeah. So it looks like this. Let me get my face out of there. And it just pulls apart like that. It's insane. And I am a huge fan of that. Let's go with this one. I already kind of pulled it apart. But you see, you cut across the grain or against the grain. But yeah, it's like mini brisket, so you don't have that commitment of 15 pounds of food, but you can make it like this. Tri-tips are more expensive cut, but man, it's delicious. And also, I'll show you guys later, but I get my meats from Piedmontese because in the meal plan, all my proteins, the meats that I'm having in these meals, has to be 95% lean or leaner. So this is like 6 fat per serving, pre-cooked. When you smoke it, a lot's gonna drip out, but it's about that 95% lean. So I get my meats from Piedmontese, and so it just tends to be leaner because the cows are just super jacked. But I'm gonna eat this. I just want to show you guys one of my favorite things to cook. And if anybody else is into smokers, let me know down below. It's about 7:30. We're gonna get into the work day. I got like 2 hours to just get some stuff done, just work on some projects, get some social media stuff done. And then I have a 3-hour call with head coach Brandon, where we're gonna go over some of our clients in HFP and make sure that they're getting where they need to go. And then following that, what do we have? We got our team huddle. I got my head of sales meeting. And then that'll take us all the way until like 2 p.m. But I'll probably have another meal at some point in between, just because I think I have like 6 meals to get in today. Meal plan. But also the meal plan is pretty sweet because I think I've been averaging before this something like 2,300 calories per day. And so now I'm having 2,700 plus. So pretty happy. And that last meal was very satisfying. Rice cakes, tri-tip brisket. Your boy is happy. So I'm gonna get into this work and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Hey, so it's been some time since we last talked. So I just finished up my first work call of the day with Brandon. And so I'm gonna start seasoning my steaks for later so I can let them sit and kind of marinate, or brine, I think is the word. So I talked about Piedmontese is where I get my meats oftentimes. So this is certified Piedmontese. They come like this. And these are gonna be some of the ones that I'm cooking. Ooh, something dripped. Oh, not good. Yeah, so this is a beef Manhattan strip filet, so 3 fat for 25 grams of protein. We got the skirt steak, so this is about, I think, 5 grams of fat for 25 grams of protein, yes. And then we have the beef sirloin, which is super lean. That's gonna be, 3 grams per 25 grams of protein. So I'm gonna season these up and then I'm gonna be cooking them. But again, like for the meat sources, they have to be like 95% lean or leaner. So these all suffice. Season them up, get them smoked. I'm gonna reverse sear them later. So I wanna get some time for them to sit, and then I'm about to have another meal. Getting our next meal in, it is the huge. So we got some more of the, let's call it Trisket. So the tri-tip cooked like a brisket because we take, oh, that's not a good one. Oh God, this is like from the edge, because we take those. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest piece. And then we got another 2 cups of salad, and we have a full ounce this time of some almonds. I'm gonna use the balsamic dressing too, 5 calories per serving. Highly recommend this. This is out of the Skinny Girl dressings. This is the best. The balsamic vinaigrette, and I'm gonna wash that down with a little bit of we got, what is this, diet root beer, because root beer is goated. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll see you guys in a bit. So we're doing a little meal prep, smoking some stonks. We got some skirt steaks, and then those other ones over yonder. So we're just gonna smoke them to like 120, 125 internal, and then we're gonna sear them. So the steak is done cooking, just seared it, and this is a beautiful sight. And if there is like a favorite food that I have, it may be like bavette or skirt steak, cut like this and then seared. So we got those sirloin type things. Oop, there's the focus. Seared them, and then this is like skirt steak kind of, or bavette steak, but it's kind of like that long stringy fibers. Phenomenal. And all I do is put on salt and garlic powder. And then, yeah, I'm pumped. All right, so it is time. I'm excited. I'm putting 2 meals together. So we have, that's like 8 ounces of cooked stonk right there. Super excited. How do we do on the cook? Yeah, that's looking medium. That is looking medium rare right there. Boop. So pumped about this. I did like 50-50 because you could tell like those little medallion looking ones definitely are leaner. They look leaner. There's less visual fat. The skirt steak, it's 5 fat per serving, but you look at it, I'm like, there's a good amount of visual fat. So I got to keep the portions of that probably low just to be safe. And I got another, I think it's like 6 of these, another 5 rice cakes. Also just learned that the white cheddar rice cakes is 8 carbs per serving. The chocolate is 12 and apple cinnamon is 11. So if you want to get more rice cakes per carb, this is the way to do it. I got a whole bag of salad, so bigger than my head, super stoked. And then we got 2 ounces of almonds because again, I pushed 2 meals together. So I'm gonna eat this up. I am feeling super happy. I'm excited about this. And I will talk to you guys later. I always forget, but I hear it's a thing, like to show food, but you're supposed to like show yourself, at least take the first bite if you like it. So bone at the teeth. Damn. Yeah, that's the stuff. So bavette steak or skirt steak, just salt or garlic powder, let it sit, and then you just smoke it and then sear it. One of my favorite, absolute favorite foods. So I'm gonna finish this up. See you later. All right, so just had a couple of mentorship calls, learned some stuff, but it is Monday. It's around 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna take my sleepy pills. I gotta get a bath on because I gotta exfoliate so I can absorb the tan later this week. Yeah, we are 5 days out, which is crazy. So this will be, the next video you're gonna see is probably the show day number 1, figuring out how I wanna film that, if I'm gonna start like, 6 p.m. the day before, show a little bit of that carb up and go into the next day, or how we want to do that, but you guys will see, of course. But what do we have last for our meal? We have another 2 cups of salad. We have another, this is about 4 ounces of steak, some more steak. So I did the leaner cut because, again, that skirt steak, it's delicious, but I see a lot of fat in it, so I'm like, is that 5 grams of fat per serving? So I'm gonna go with these leaner ones just to be super safe. And then we got another ounce of almonds, and that's that meal right there. And then I got my melatonin, and we got a scoop of greens, reds, and creatine right there. So gonna have this, and that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Total macros for today: 109 fat, 191 carbs, and 262 protein with 28 grams of fiber. So that's gonna be the next couple days. It's pretty much gonna be the same thing. And then carbs going up on Friday, which I'm excited for. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Keep it flexible. I'm out.